The hardest part of making content isn't filming or editing, but is staring at a blank page with absolutely no idea what you're going to post. And then when you finally do post, it doesn't even perform because nobody cared about that topic. And if you've been there, I've been there, and I've solved it. And in fact, this whole video was actually prompted from the exact system I use because so many people, so many leads have told me that they have this exact problem, which is why I'm making this video. Quick introduction. I'm Ben. Over the last 3 years, I've generated 7 figures in organic content for myself and clients. I've generated 8 figures with paid ads. I've scaled my businesses past $1 million in revenue, built content engines for 20 plus founders, and led a 2.1 million launch day off a 6-month content campaign. And so that makes me slightly qualified to talk about content and making money with content. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to use an AI-enabled system to actually plug into your current workflows, record your meetings, and turn those meetings and extract the value out of it so that you actually have real talking points that people actually want to learn and know about. And in doing so, you get people who watch your content, trust you, and buy from you. Okay, so step 1. If you have not been recording your meetings so far, you must do this now. In the age of AI, everything that you record, every single interaction you have, you need to record it so that you are actually teaching your AI more about who you are and giving it more context. So number 1, I would install Fathom or any other note-taker app. Me personally, I use Fathom. I really like it. It records everything that I need. The transcriptions are perfect. It gives really detailed rundowns. So I use Fathom. So that's number 1, install Fathom or any note-taker app. Step number 2, you need to now record every single meeting. If you have a team meeting, if you have a client meeting, if you are advising your clients, if you're just having a call with your clients to chat, you need to record every single one of these meetings because all of these meetings, they become material or there is material in there that you can actually talk about. And this is stuff whereby if you ask ChatGPT or you ask any AI to come up with ideas, they can't come up with good ideas because the thing is the ideas are unique to you, it's unique to your circumstance, and everything that it's going to give you will be super surface level. And that's why ChatGPT content sounds like ass. So that is why you need to record all your specific meetings. And from that, we're going to extract the gold nuggets that were already inside these meetings. So this is like a mock-up of Fathom UI, by the way. So the third step is you need to connect Claude Code or your AI through the API. So if I go here and you see this is like my Fathom and this is the dashboard, basically you can just go down to here and you can connect your Claude MCP or ChatGPT MCP, whichever one you use. I would use Claude. And more specifically, I use Claude Code, so I use an API. So I just get an API thing, and then I give it over to my Claude, and now Claude has a way to communicate with Fathom and to just automatically extract my meetings. So I actually have a whole list of extractions, like in Markdown files, which is an AI native kind of language, where it can basically have all the transcriptions automatically without me going into Fathom and copy pasting things out, which I think some of you might be doing already. Number 2 is you manually download your transcripts, which I really don't recommend, especially if you're doing like 5 to 10 meetings a day, something like what I'm doing. It's going to be impossible to just keep downloading transcripts. So that is why I really go with the AI native solution, which is just connect your Claude through the API, right? Whether you're using ChatGPT, Manus, or whatever, it does not matter. Okay, so next step. Now you need to mine your content. The way this works is that you have all these transcripts. Claude and these AIs are going to be able to read between the lines. They're going to be able to extract the ideas, right? But you need to give it a good prompt. So lucky for you, I've actually got you guys a really strong monster prompt, and this is called the content mining prompt. Basically, you just want to copy everything below here. What it's going to do just to run you through the prompt. Phase 1 is going to go through raw extractions. So this is me explaining the behind the scenes process of how this prompt actually works. So for example, it's going to run through the pain points. What problems do the speakers or the clients constantly mention? What frustrations are coming up? What are frequently asked questions? What are some objections or resistance? What are some frameworks, processes, or systems that are unique to you that you coin and then you speak about, right? What are some hot takes or strong opinions that you have that obviously you talk to with your client or with your team? Personal stories and anecdotes, because when you bring those into your content, it makes it very personal to you. Any quotable one-liners, data, stats, proof points, and then basically it's going to go and run through all of that and extract that. Then basically on phase 2, it's going to categorize by content type, right? So now it's going to take everything that you extracted and it's going to sort it into these content categories. So one will be like quick tips, one will be myth busting, one will be common mistakes, story based, how-to systems, container intakes. These are just like different formats, right? And then phase 3, it's going to rate each idea. So this is how you actually get even better ideas, because basically these AIs, they're not good at usually having a first pass, right? You normally need to give it a bit of feedback. And the more feedback you give it, the more you train it on your ideas and what you think is a good idea. What actually resonates with you or your audience, right? And how does that perform? So it's going to go through a QC gate where it rates each idea, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And then phase 4 is going to build you a content calendar. This one is more, it's more fluffy. The main thing I would say that is really important is actually phase 1, which is the raw extraction, and then the phase 3, which is actually the rating of each idea. All right. And then yada, yada, yada. So after that, it's going to wait for the transcripts. So the thing is, if you have your API connected, that's really strong, because basically all you do is you put that prompt in, and then after that, you just tell it, I've given you API access. You can go and get my meeting transcripts. Okay, so what happens next? After you mine your content, okay, and then let me run through the tips for the best results. So of course, more transcripts means better output, right? One call gives you maybe a week of content, 10 calls give you a quarter. That's roughly. It depends on you and depends on how much you cover during your calls. What I would say is also mix the transcript types, right? Sales calls, client calls, podcasts are good as well. And even just like calls that you have other business owners, calls you have where you discuss things with your clients, calls you have where you discuss things with your team. These are all very good things. So I would just say, don't even think too much about going for specific things. Just record everything, like I mentioned above. Don't clean up your transcripts. Raw is better. And just run it again every single month. So every time you're going to sit down and create more content, just run it. And this is an idea of like what it would look like in Claude Code. So as you can see here, when I ran this, it says, massive transcript library. I've got 70 plus client calls, 90 plus other meetings. Let me focus on the highest value ones. And I think it does, usually I don't want to bottleneck it. So, and since I run this process quite frequently, I might just say like, okay, do it for the past month or do it for the past 2 months, depending on which ones I've mined or have in mind. And then basically what it will do is it will split this in parallel. It will go mine everything. And then after that, it will extract everything. It will help, depending on your system. For me, it saves it into a markdown file, right? And content mine full for March. This was back in March. And then basically, here's what it got. 25 pain points, 25 hot takes, 25 frameworks, 15 real stories, 40 quotable one-liners, 14 proof pain points. And then if you're good with your scripting and you've got a voice MD file, which is very good at creating scripts, you can actually just turn this straight into a second workflow for scripting. But that's for another video. Okay, and just to give you an idea of like what I got, right? So for example, like in terms of content creation, I don't know what to make content about. See, that is the whole point of why I made this video, because so many clients actually have told me like, oh, they don't know what to make content about. So that's exactly why I'm creating this video, so that you know what content to make content about, right? I have too many products or messages, I can't focus. Yep, that's a very big pain point a lot of clients have. They have too many angles. I look like AI on camera, maybe teleprompter stiffness. Yeah, all of these are just blurring out the client info. But I'm stuck between B2C and B2B content. So you see, these are all very specific points that ChatGPT is never going to come up if I ask, hey, ChatGPT, give me content creation ideas for business owners. It's never going to come up with stuff like this, because these are real pain points people actually have, which is, usually a few layers deep, right? Here's another one in terms of like sales and conversions. Because of course, when it comes to content, if my clients can't convert their sales, there's going to be an issue there as well. So sometimes we talk about sales and conversion. So here are some points that came up. My landing page doesn't convert. How do I measure ROI on organic content? Ads didn't work before we had organic presence. That's why you need organic content. Getting leads is easy. Nurturing them is hard. That's why I use content to do that. Capacity concern, if we go viral, I can't serve demand. Yeah, so these are all like real concerns and real conversations that I've had with clients. And that's why these are things that people actually want to learn about and hear about. And basically, I can turn each one of these into one video. So this is the magic of this system, right? And the magic is that these ideas are pre-validated. So real people actually ask these questions, and you're not guessing what your audience wants to hear. You actually know what they want to hear. from people who you work with, right? And step number 5, just go make your content. That's it. So hope this was super helpful. This is a really, really great way. This system is a great way to get really good content. If you have already been recording your stuff, then that's perfect. All you need to do is plug in the prompt. If you haven't been recording your stuff, then that might be an issue, right? And just real quick, if you're trying to turn your content into a profit machine, come talk to me. We should talk. Jump onto the website, click this, and there's a link below as well. And when it comes to the prompt, I will include it in the link below.